Morning guys, how you all doing? So finally my back feels better and I'm going back to the gym today, so it's going to be some jiu-jitsu for me today, just kind of ease back into it before going for some kind of full punching in the face sparring. But really excited. I've been out for so long. I've had little spurts where I've kind of gone back, but I got so sick and tired of just getting little niggly injuries that I just thought, right, I need to take a long time out, let everything kind of rest up and heal, and then I can go back. The problem is when you do any kind of mixed martial arts, or any kind of martial arts in fact, you always get injuries. And when you get to my age, at the ripe old age of 35, those injuries, those little niggly injuries just seem to go up and up and up. And there's some injuries that you can live with. You might have a pain in the shoulder like I have, or you might have like a knee injury like I've got. But there's some things you just can't go through, like back stuff. So unfortunately, I've had to have quite a long time out, but now my back is feeling good and I'm going to head back to the gym this morning for, like I say, some jiu-jitsu, and I'm so excited. It's one of those kind of things that I just love to do. It's really one of my main passions in life, maybe even over and above tech. I absolutely love my martial arts, and I've spent so long doing it now that it's really important to me to kind of get back to it, and also to get some fitness back as well, because I'm just so unfit, having not done anything because of my back for so long. So really looking forward to just getting back in the mix. Got a couple of other things to do as well. I've got to go and post this letter. This is my no claims proof. If you go back a little while, you remember that I told you that Tesco refused to insure me on my new car for some bizarre reason. I've been with Tesco for over 9 years. I've got 9 years no claims discount with them because I've never made a claim, and they refused to change my car from my old one to my new one, which to me is absolutely insane, but that is what they did. So I've now moved over to a company called Lloyds, so Lloyds Bank, so people in the UK will know it. So yeah, Lloyds Bank. So I have to send off my proof of no claims to those guys so they can register it on my new insurance. What I might try and, in fact I won't tell you what I'm going to try and do later in case I don't do it, but that's kind of the first thing my morning. Jade's gone off to work, and this evening is my uncle's 60th. So my uncle is turning 60 years of age. A lot of my aunts and uncles seem to be turning this kind of age now, and I will be heading up to Dulwich in South London to a party that my cousins have organised for him for his birthday. So really looking forward to that. In fact, one of my Muay Thai trainer is going to that as well, because he is my cousin's childhood best friend, and obviously one of my friends as well. So really looking forward to catching up with loads of my family, friends, and obviously seeing my uncle turn over at the ripe old age of 60. So been to the gym and it was awesome, really enjoyed that. Did some standard kind of technique stuff and then had a little bit of rolling, so that was really enjoyable. So nice to get back into it, and fingers crossed no tweaks or twinges just yet. So hopefully the back is going to hold up, which would be really nice, because it's so nice getting back into the gym, it really is. So now I'm just heading down to Halfords. I've got to just pick up a couple of supplies in there for bits and pieces, and then I need to go and get my car cleaned, and then I will probably pick up young Brooklyn and we will go and get our Saturday lunchtime food. So that will probably be my next couple of hours. I posted a picture this morning of my home security system, and I've also been kind of showing you guys as well during the vlogs, and I'm so happy with it. It's unbelievable. It all works absolutely perfectly. I've got 6 cameras up now. I only show 2 because I don't want to show exactly where all of them are, but they literally cover the entire outside of my house from any angle. I've got it recording full time, all 6 cameras full time to my Synology device, then synchronising to another one, and I've also got motion detection pushing JPEGs up in the cloud whenever it detects any motion. So I am fully secure, and if anyone ever tries to burgle me, they are almost definitely going to get caught one way or another. So very cool indeed. I think the next thing I'm going to look into is some kind of system for changing my locks. I want to have like a fingerprint system, or maybe an iPhone app, or retina scanner if that's even possible. Maybe I've been watching too much Star Trek or something. But yeah, I want to kind of have a look at things, options like that, just so I don't have to worry about keys anymore. Keys, don't they just seem such a thing of the past? So maybe you guys know a little bit about that. If you do, please do leave me some info in the old commentos, and I can check it out, which would be very, very much greatly appreciated indeed. I tell you what else is greatly appreciated: the number of likes. You guys are fucking kicking ass on the likes, man. Jesus Christ. The other day we got nearly 1,000, and then I think yesterday we got like several. I don't know how many we got yesterday, but the day before yesterday we got like 750 or something. That is absolutely insane. So thank you so much. If you guys could keep that up, I would really appreciate it. So thank you for that. So last night as well, I forgot to tell you guys, if you're even interested, but we met my parents in Bluewater for dinner, because it's kind of halfway between us and them, and went to a Lebanese restaurant. I don't think I've ever been to a Lebanese restaurant before, and it's probably a chain restaurant, I would imagine. I can't remember the name of it, but the food was sublime. I had like a mixed grill with all different kinds of kofta kebabs and shish kebabs and rice, and their warm yogurt thing as well. Yogurt, sorry. And it was absolutely beautiful. Really delicious meal. Really enjoyed it. It was quite expensive. It worked out about £100 for 4 people, which is not drastically expensive by any means, but probably a little bit more than if you went to, well, in fact a lot more than if you went to Nando's, and a bit more than if you went to kind of like Wagamama's or something like that. But not extortionate, but very nice indeed. And excellent news, Bluewater, which as you guys know is like my second home, it's a big retail shopping centre, by the way, for those of you that maybe have only just started watching. Five Guys is coming to the shopping centre, so I'm very excited about that. As you guys know, we've been going to the one in London on my meetups, my last couple of meetups. And for those of you who don't know, in fact, because a lot of people from the UK don't know, and Europe in fact, Five Guys is a huge chain over in the States, and ever since I've been going to America on holiday every year, we always go to Five Guys. It's like almost become a tradition, and they do just kind of great sort of handmade, homemade burgers, really, with nice chips or fries, whatever you want to call it, stuff like that. So it's a fast food restaurant, but a little bit higher quality than that you kind of get from McDonald's and Burger King, in my personal opinion. And you can get like burgers with absolutely everything on, every possible topping you can imagine, you can get them with. And in addition to that, they do wicked hot dogs as well. So very cool that we've got one coming to Bluewater. We have never had them in the UK before. They've just opened one in London a little while ago. I believe there's one in Guildford, and now they're opening one in Bluewater. So I'm very lucky to get one of the like 3 in the UK. For people in the States, they're like, who gives a shit, man? Five Guys are everywhere. But for everywhere else in Europe, they're very rare. So it's quite cool that we're getting one so close to home. I don't know if I've ever told you about this little funny thing I like to do with Brooklyn. Brooke, say hi.
Hi.
Basically, right, what we do is we go into the likes of this shop here, which hopefully you can see, which is like a kind of electronics shop, like a bit like a kind of what is it in America? Like I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I've forgotten the name of it. But anyway, like just an electronics shop, and all of the Bluetooth radio, like speakers that they've got in there, we hook up to the phone and then play some really like rude music. What's the song called? Say it.
My neck, my back, my pussy, my crack.
Yeah, my neck, my back, my pussy, my crack. And that is what we play in the shop as loud as possible. Obviously you walk away from the speakers, so we're going to go and do that now and try and video some people's reactions. If we can't, then just laugh anyway, because it is hysterically funny. If we can, then I'll try and add them in the vlog. The trick is to find the loudest Bluetooth speaker that you possibly can. So we've got some here, and I've just got to find the loudest one possible. This one looks like it might do the job. Video, because there was too many, there was not enough people in there. It was like half empty. There was just a few people in there. But when we put that song on, it was absolutely hysterical. And that big jam box, I tell you, it's a good advert for that, because it was exceptionally loud, like really loud. Like it lit up the whole shop with sound. Oh, it was hilarious, man. We need a busier shop though to do it in. I said to Brooke as well, we need to come up with a name for that as well, because no one else like has a name for it. No one else does it, but it is one of the funniest things to do. It's absolutely hysterical. So had quite a nice little fun afternoon out. The sun is now out and shining, which is always nice. Had some nice lunch with Brooke at Wimpy, which is always good. And then just heading home now to just do a little bit more work and then also catch up on some little bit of TV as well. So the new series of Hannibal is out. One of my favourite series from last season. Is that a word? Series? Or did you just say series? I think you just say series. One of my favourite series from last season, Hannibal, is back out. And also, one of the best things about Saturdays is you get last night's episode of Banshee. Well, last night in the States anyway. It doesn't air here for maybe another week or so, I'm not sure. I don't ever watch it on normal TV, so I'm really not sure. So that will kind of be my afternoon, and then it's really just a question of waiting for Jade to come home and pick up her clothes so we can head over to Dulwich in South London to my uncle's 60th birthday party as well. So that's kind of my afternoon and evening. Sorry, the sun has just completely screwed up the exposure on the camera there. And in fact, up here, I love going through this bit up here because you can really hear the engine on the car because they're putting buildings up. So they've got like walls on both sides. So hang on, let me show you the sound. Hang on a sec. Let's get to a bit where we see behind me. Look, I've got like walls on either side. So if I just put it into neutral, hang on. Wait a sec. Here we go. Listen. Can you hear the turbo? I'm not sure how well you'll hear it, and it sort of grumbles on the way down. You can hear the turbo whistling. Oh, tried to put it in gear and I'm still moving. So yeah, anyway, a little bit of sad, childish behaviour there, but I quite like the sound of that. But what I think I'm going to do when I get home, and I did sort of say that I wasn't going to tell you in case I couldn't do it earlier, but I'm back earlier than I imagined, is I'm going to try and do a little what's in my bag tour for when I went away the day before yesterday, because I know a lot of you guys kind of like that video and a lot of people have asked me, so I might do a little mini version of those on the vlog channel. So here we are, guys. As promised, I am going to bring you a mini little what's in my bag tour, and this was for the trip just the other day. So because this was for less than 24 hours, I actually packed probably a lot lighter than I would do if I was going on a longer trip. If I was going on a longer trip, I definitely would have more stuff in this bag. But this is the new bag. It is, I don't know how it's pronounced, I'm guessing Ogio or something like that. And this particular model, I did show it to you the other day. As you can see here is the RSS Renegade 17. And this really is a really well made bag. My previous one was literally on its last legs, and this one, very happy with it. In fact, it does seem to be even just a little bit bigger. So let's get into the what's in my bag. And this is a bit difficult because the camera on the iPhone 5S, this is the rear facing camera, isn't particularly wide angle, so it's quite far away, so I kind of can't see what's going on, so bear with me through this. So first up, on the top here, and I actually love this, is a hard glasses case just in here, so you can actually put your sunglasses, all your glasses just in there. So that was really useful for that. Nothing in there, but I'm kind of showing you the bag as well at the same time. Now next up, this little pouch here on the side, nothing in there at all, but you could obviously put your iPod in there or whatever you want. Quite well padded here on the side and also from the inside as well. Very nicely made zips with a sort of plastic bit, along with a really nice strong metal piece as well. Now this little pocket here opens in the opposite direction, and in there I have the long power cable for the MagSafe charger. Now let's just spin it around to the other side and check that it's in frame. So here on the other side, on the bottom, you can guess I have actually got the charger for the Apple devices. So that is a standard power adapter for the MagSafe. It's even got like a little tie in there, so you can actually clip your stuff in to make it more secure if you want to. Next up here in this little top compartment, again nothing at all on this particular trip, but I will definitely fill this up on longer trips. And again, both of these nicely padded, and very impressed with the whole bag, like I've said earlier. So round on the front now, I'll just show you the front of the bag. not quite sure how this is going to come out. So just here at the top we've got one pocket. I'll just show you this one first. Let me just check this in frame. It is just about, there we go, the cat has just started talking. So first up, hand cream, and also a little bottle of dupe aftershave as well, in the plastic bag that you have to use through the customs. Now next up, these are the Musical Fidelity EB33 earbuds, and these are absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend these. There's a review of these over on the main channel, so check that out. Next up in here, I have got just a little MagSafe light, one of the ones I actually gave away the other day as well, similar to that. So just a tiny little MagSafe light, it's always useful to have. And then, in addition to that, I have a USB key, USB 3 USB key. And then I have another USB 3 key. I have Windows Server 2012 on one, and then I have Windows 8 on another one. Just put those back. And there's nice little kind of neat sectioning in here as well. Quite a decent size. And then in addition to that, I also carry this, which I actually got free with the cams that I've been using recently, Foscam cameras. And this is just a little extendable Ethernet cable. And it's actually gigabit Ethernet as well, so Cat 5 or Cat 5e. Cat 5e or Cat 6. So then also down here we've got a bigger pocket. Now I'll open this one right up. So in here is this really nicely lined and well padded little section that you just drop your iPad into. So this is the 128GB iPad Air just here. Also put some documentation in there as well for my trip and whatnot. And then next up, hang on a second, let me just shut the cat up. Sorry guys. And then last but not least, this front section here, which is actually quite a kind of spacey little area here. And again, I'm sorry, this is really awkward trying to do this on the phone. So in here I've got all of the little adapters for my MacBook Pro in here. So we've got a DVI, VGA and also Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet. In addition to that, I have I believe this is the 2.1 amp charger with a lightning cable, because it just charges iPad and iPhone very quickly. Then I've got a micro USB charger here attached to an Apple plug, but it makes no odds, so that's for micro USB. And then we've got this, which I'm not particularly fond of, but it can be useful. This is the Mophie Power Pack, 120% Mophie Power Pack. And then my beast of a new Trent battery. This one is an absolute beast. I've showed you this before. 12,000 milliamp hour battery. And then we've got this. This is a headphone splitter that I carry in all my bags, because then whenever Jade and I go on an aeroplane together, we can kind of share the same video to watch together. And then I've got this, and I've showed you guys this before. This is a little, I can't remember the name of it, Moo plug thing. And it just folds down into a really small little unit and becomes a USB wall adapter for the UK plug socket. Because the UK plug socket is quite a big size, this thing keeps it nice and small and fits in here nice and easily, and you can just use that as a mains power socket. Next up in here, I just carry a spare set of earpods, Apple earpods, that I just leave in there all the time, just in case I ever forget the actual headphones that I want to use. And that is the majority of the bag. Now in the main section just here, in fact at the top, I'll just move the camera up, you can see the hard case for the glasses bit that I showed you earlier. Next up, I have got my Soul by Ludacris headphones, which I absolutely love. Over-the-ear headphones, there is a video of this on my main channel. And apart from the Bose ones, these are the best powered headphones, over-ear headphones that I've ever had. So these are absolutely fantastic. Now next here, in this large section, and it is a really large section in there, it's got some nice printing as well, sort of electronics going on the back of the case here. Let's just lean that up. I've got my Mujo original case. I've got one of these for absolutely everything. Battery's running out, so I've got to be quick. And in here we have my Retina iPad Mini, 128GB, and also my companion phone of choice, on this holiday was, not holiday, business trip, was this, the Nokia Lumia 1520. So they just fit nicely in there, and that's my kind of little travel unit if I want to leave my bag and just take a separate set of electronics. And then last but not least, right the way around here on the back, really nicely protected. This is actually hard in here, as you can hear, is the 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro. This is the sort of high-end version from 2013, and it's very well protected in there, hence the reason I haven't got a case on it. Normally I slide it in a case and then put it in my bag, but it's so well protected in there that I didn't bother. So anyway guys, that is it. That is the full bag. That is my full tour of a Geeks bag, if you like, for a very small business trip. If I was going for more than 24 hours, there definitely would have been a lot more stuff in there, but that definitely kind of gets you by. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know this has added a whole bunch of length onto the end of it, that's what she said, and have a great weekend. I'm off to my uncle's 60th birthday party, and I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button. I want to try and hit 1,000. Peace.